What's up, guys? Today I interviewed Samuel Levesque, a crypto trader and investor from Montreal. He is the co-host of the Learn and Earn podcast while also running one of the best trading academies in crypto. In this interview, we break down why most traders lose money, why trading isn't fast money, how emotions and social media create fake expectations, how Samuel started investing as a teenager, the early mistakes that cost him real money, his perspective on Bitcoin versus Ethereum, and why discipline matters more than strategy long term. If you're serious about trading, investing, or crypto, this interview is for you. Before we start, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future interviews like this. If you want to support me doing more long-form interviews with real people in crypto, there's a PayPal donation link in the description below, so go check it out. Honestly, anything helps and it directly supports future content. Alright guys, let's get into the interview. What's up, Samuel? How are you, man?
Amazing, you. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Great to have you here. So my first question to you is, who are you and what do you do in the crypto world? Who is Samuel Levesque?
Yeah, so I started with I didn't start with crypto actually. I started just with finance. So like when I was like 14, 15 years old, I was really intrigued by investment and business, and I was going in Westmont and walking in all the house in Westmont in Montreal. And for people that doesn't know where is Westmont, it's like big house. Like you have like $3 million house and you have like $10 million house. So I was always I had that question, like how do people buy that? Like even if you have a good job, how do you
Of
pay
course.
that? Exactly. So I was always a little bit intrigued, and that's how I start with business. And I start by investing in stock, and then I invest and trade forex. And in 2016, somebody told me about crypto and Bitcoin at that time. And I was like, what is this? It's a scam for sure. Like that digital thing online.
Of course.
So that's how I started back in 2016 investing, and when I read about Bitcoin for the first time, and then I just continue from there all the way, like trading, and I learn about blockchain and Bitcoin. So then I enter in crypto, but I like investing in general, not just crypto. Yeah.
And how old were you when you first started getting intrigued in this?
In investment and in general, I
Yeah.
was like 18, well, 19 actually. I was
Wow, that's such a young age.
19, 20 years old.
And what was like your first investment? What was the first thing you bought?
It was a stock of cannabis because it was going legal in Canada. And I was like, I'm going to make so much money with that. So I bought a stock of related to the cannabis industry. And finally, I lost a lot of money at that moment. At that moment, for me, it was a lot of money. So I lost, but I learned a lot from it. So it was a great learning
Experience, yeah. Of course.
Exactly.
And like, did you have to like lose a lot before you started winning in investing in general and trading?
I think losing make you better because it make you respect the market more, and it put your ego down. Too much ego doesn't help. I don't think you need to lose a lot of money. I think you can learn from people who have the results you want. You can have mentor. You can read. You can do a lot of stuff to learn from other people. There's saying it's Smart people learn from their mistake. Wise people learn from the mistake of other people. So I think you can be wise, but that doesn't take back the fact that losing is great for you, because it's gonna build some discipline. It's gonna build some character. It's gonna build you a little bit. I saw a lot of people when they win fast, too much ego involved. There's too much ego, and most of the time they
They
just lose.
lose.
So I think it's better to lose fast so you get realistic with the market that win fast. Most of the people, actually, 100% of the people that I knew that win fast, they're all out of the market. Like 1-2 year maximum, maybe 3. That's it.
So, do you
Yeah.
believe that trading is not fast money? Because a lot of people on social media, they all think trading is a get rich quick scheme, that you're going to get rich really quickly with it.
Mm.
Do you think that's
Yeah.
true or not?
No, I think that's the Walt Disney of the trading. Sometime with my student or people around me, trade like big investor in trading, we call that the porno of trading. Because everything in a triple X movie, it's fake,
Of course.
and a lot of things you see on social media and all that is fake too. So no, I think it's a great disservice what happened with social media and building that expectation that people will win fast. And it's not like that at all. It's actually trading, it's like investing. You build a portfolio and you build a trading account. You don't speed it, you don't sprint it, you build a trading account. And to build a trading account, you need to take your time doing it. A trading account, it's literally a portfolio with leverage. You need to build it. And that's the problem with people. They go to do money fast and they expect to do, I don't know, like crazy amounts in like 6 months daily and stuff like that. But the market doesn't give you opportunity daily. The market give opportunity every day, but doesn't give you opportunity daily. That's a big difference. There's always opportunity in the market, but there's not opportunity for you every day in the market. That's the thing. People think they're gonna build it, they're gonna do so much money. It's not like that. It's not a 9 to 5. You don't go exchange time and make money. That's not how it works. And that's a big it's the pornography of the trading industry, thinking you're just gonna make so much money so fast. And some people, they work for like 15 year, and they have like 6 year in university, and they do 40 hour a week, and they do like 10,000 a month. And then you think you're gonna go in the market and like in 10 hour a week in 6 months you're gonna do 10,000 a month. It's
It's
not working
crazy.
like that. It's so unrealistic, and it built to people false expectation, and then they fall short on their goal because it's false goal. It's like thinking you're gonna run 100 meter in seconds, but best in the world do like 9.2, 9.3, and you think you're gonna do 8. So people now, they don't look at real result of best people in the world, of Warren Buffett or Howard Marks or Paul Tudor, who is a great trader. No, no, no. They don't look at real pro. They look at Instagram stuff and they think that's the truth. No, that's Walt Disney.
People think
That's
the
a
memes are
princess
real.
movie.
The meme,
Exactly.
it's crazy. And
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
speaking of trading, do you think retail traders can actually beat the market today? Because there's a lot of competition
Mm.
now. Or
Mm.
do you think traders that win now, is it mostly luck, or are they actually using skill?
Um, I think the the goal of beating the market, it's like a little bit out of proportion right now. A retail trader can definitely make money, but it's not about beating the market. It's like about understanding the market. So if you go there and you're like, oh, I'm going to beat the market, it's like someone doing surf being like, I'm going to beat the wave. No, you're not going to beat the wave. You're not going to do it. What you're going to do, you're going to surf the wave. You're going to go with the wave. You're going to use the flow of the wave, but you're not going to beat it. You know, the like big freaking huge wave that crazy surfer are going on. They're not trying to beat it. They're trying to flow with it. And people go in the market like, oh, I'm going to beat the market. How can you beat it? It's the market. But you can definitely go with the market. You can, even as a retail trader, I think you can win. It takes great discipline, great patience, and you need to understand that the market, it's a losing game, and that people don't understand it. They think it's a winning game. They think they're going to win 70% of the time or stuff like that. But you look at Warren Buffett, 33%. That's how
Wow.
much investment he win. And you can go see, he talk about it on YouTube in different interview. But people just see like, oh, Warren Buffett is so great. Warren Buffett lost 66% of the time. Paul Tudor, that man, the value of that man, it's $8 billion US, lost 75% of his trade in 35 years.
That's
So
crazy.
people don't understand that the market, it's a losing game. So now you need to study how can it be a losing game, but I still do money, because you can. But that's the thing you need to understand. But as a retail trader, of course, you can still do money if you have that knowledge and the discipline and the patience, and you don't think you're going to do crazy win like that. There's some advantage of being a retail trader. You have more flexibility. Sometimes less money, it's powerful. Yes, money is power and it helps, but sometimes less money, it's powerful. Because if you look at big money, a lot of people start to talk about smart money. I'm not talking about smart money now. I'm talking about big money, pension fund, retirement fund, thing like that, with freaking massive amount of money. They're slow to move. They can't even buy everything they want. They need to respect a lot of rule. Even if they want to try to buy something, if they're like, oh, we're gonna buy we need to buy 2% for the portfolio. Yeah, but if they have $100 billion, that's $2 billion. So a lot of business, you can't even buy the share or whatever, because what business you're gonna put $2 billion? So you have the obligation to go to like big business like Apple or big project or whatever, because you need the liquidity to buy $2 billion if you want 2%. So it put them out of a lot of investment. So sometimes being a smaller player can be useful, because big player have a lot of rule. There's things that they can do because they're too big, and they're pretty slow. So yes, I think you can put your card out of the game as a retail trader. But I also think that you need to be true with yourself, and don't see the market for what it is, not for what people try to sell it,
And do
to
you think
the
like
image.
smart money is more important than big money, or is it reverse? Which one is more important?
Mm, I don't think one is more important than the other. I think it's just really different. Hedge fund, most of the time it's smart money. Look at like what his name, Redalio. He's like the biggest hedge fund in the world. But why do Redalio do not accept new customer and new money? It's because now if he go bigger, he's going to be slow to move. He's not going to be able to execute the different strategy he want to do and the different investment. So I don't think like there's one better than the other. I just think they're different and they have different um, Purpose.
And why do you think like most traders they fail now? Is it because of things like emotions, FOMO, or just bad strategies, bad technical analysis? Why do most traders fail nowadays?
I think it's the same reason that before.
Same thing.
Uh, the biggest thing, it's emotion. It's emotion. It's hard to. They don't realize they are in a losing game. So now you need to control your emotion and to be disciplined, to have discipline on the long time losing. So yeah, I think it's the same thing as before. People are undisciplined. You know what? I think before people had more discipline than now. In Canada and USA, west of Europe, definitely people now are pretty weak. And you know, in the cycle, we always say hard time create tough people, and tough people create a good time, but good time create weak people. And we are 100% in
Tough times.
that days of weak people right now.
Yeah,
And that does, I don't say that to like diminish or insult people. It's just the truth, and the truth will set you free, like Tony Robbins say. You know, you need to accept the truth. And now in North America and in Western Europe, you're putting your head in the sand if you think people are strong. So no, people now they want think fast. They don't have discipline. It doesn't work like that, you know. Soon it's gonna be January. Everybody's gonna go back to the gym.
for one
30
month.
days after, the freaking gym will be empty. The problem it's not the problem it's not the skills or the sector. It can be physical and like sport, like going to the gym. It can be business. That's not the problem. The problem is people are weak on the discipline side. They're weak emotionally and they're weak on the discipline side. And I think that's the big challenge right now. You need to have discipline and to have a good um, emotional coefficient. You know, we always talk about the intellectual coefficient. Well, we should talk about the emotional
Of
coefficient, you know?
course. And now that we talked a lot about how knowledgeable you are in the trading, like everything you said, you're very knowledgeable in the trading scene. You know how people think. You know people lose from emotions. You have your own academy where you teach people trading in various amounts of markets. So now
Yeah.
that we talked about that, I want to know, how did you first get into crypto? I know you said your friend told you about Bitcoin and all of that back in 2016. What was that like for
Yeah.
you when you actually bought and held your first cryptocurrencies? What was that all like for you? And how did your mindset evolve? How did you change your
Yeah.
viewpoint on crypto?
So yeah, in 2016 I heard about it. In beginning 2017, I was in a business conference and the guy was talking about blockchain. I was like, damn, that's amazing. That's crazy. And at the end, he said, by the way, there's something, it's a public blockchain, it's digital money, and it's called Bitcoin. And then I was like, oh my God, okay, my friend, he was talking to me about that like few months ago, but I didn't understand. Now I understand. So that's how I started in 2017. And to be real honest, I bought like Bitcoin and it go up and it crash. And I was like, what is going on? And it's funny because I was telling to my family, you should buy it. And it was at like $2,000 or 3,000, and then it go to 18 15 16. I was like, you see, wrapping it in their face. I told you, blah 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 blah. And then it crashed, and then there was like, oh, you told us. And so it was funny, it was like a lot of learning. And but it crashed, and now I had two big loss when I bought the stock in the cannabis industry, and when I lost on Bitcoin. So I was like, okay, listen, some people are doing money, some people are losing, Same thing. Some people are going to the Olympic. Some people can't freaking run. Why? Because they have knowledge and discipline. So I ask myself, okay, what I don't know. And that's how I start really learning and going hard on the investment, trading, and crypto side. So that's how I start in crypto, because I was like, I definitely see the future. You know me, I was not excited about Bitcoin. I was excited about the blockchain. I was really excited about the blockchain. That's what kept me, because if you were just excited to into Bitcoin, there's a lot of people they were excited. They're not there anymore, or they bought back at 100K, and you see. But me, I was excited about what was behind. So that's what kept me in the loop and learning more.
And since you're saying that you were more excited on blockchain as a whole instead of just Bitcoin, is did that make you interested in altcoins such as Ethereum that was emerging at the time in
Yeah,
2017 and others as well, other coins?
yeah. Ethereum, it was more in like mid and the 2018, mid and 2018, Ripple and Ethereum. Well, Ripple was a little bit after, but I was like, okay, there's other project, and now I started to try to understand, but why Ethereum, and I understand then. Okay, the project of Vitalik. I was like, Bitcoin. It's like I was like, it's like a commodity. It's like a gold, but online. And then I saw it and I was like, that's smart, because a lot of people want to build project, but they can't because they don't want to build a blockchain. So now I was like, what Vitalik do, he opened the space. He's like, hey guys, let's build a community. Let's build crypto project, but you will not have to do the worst part at that time. And even now, doing the blockchain, you just will have to use us, so you can create your project using our blockchain. So I really fall in love with that. Ethereum was actually at one point I had more money in Ethereum than Bitcoin, because I was like, I can see, it's like two different things. Even now, I say to people, Bitcoin is more like a commodity. Let's be real, it's more like a commodity. But Ethereum and other altcoin, it's more like a share of a company. Like, not all, but the big one, they have like goal. They have project. It's a business. It's a business model. It was a business model. You know. So it was pretty interesting when Vitalik came with that. Because he was trying to do it with the Bitcoin community, but it didn't work. So then he just did it by itself.
So you were definitely more interested in Ethereum than in Bitcoin. 100%. You even
In 2019, yeah, because I was really seeing the potential of a bit of Ethereum, but I knew that long term, Bitcoin was better as an investment long term, because it's more like a commodity. Ethereum, it's a business, and this business get disrupt. Business got competition. Some business launch great project, but there's almost no business that create a new thing that are still there. So usually they create it, but then you have like one or two big competitor that take it back and monopolize the market. If you study a little bit business and new sector and stuff like that, it's really it's not often that you will see the project or the company that like create it, staying there.
and
So yeah.
and have you ever been, now that you're talking about there's good projects and there's bad projects in crypto,
Yeah.
especially in emerging markets like the crypto market, have you ever been scammed or rug pulled from these bad projects or lost a lot of money from them?
Um, no, no, and I'm pretty happy about it. And pretty lucky too, because there's a lot of things that happen, but it never happened directly to me. I was always really careful. Um, I was in FTX and Terra Luna in 2021, in 2020, and I saw Terra Luna, and I told to my community, I was like, honestly, guys, I don't see how the protocol can survive over $100 for every Terra Luna, because it was an algorithmic stablecoin behind it, and it wasn't making sense. So I remember when it was at like 100 and something, like 102, 103, I was like, me guys, I'm selling. And we sold because it wasn't making sense, behind, like it was sketchy. And I think at 115 or 120, it crashed, just freaking crash. FTX, same thing. When it started crashing and all that, I got out. We had the time to get out and to do money because we were pretty early in the project. So I didn't had like any problem with that. Almost, I was in few project that was not incredible, and it was supposed to be big and great project. Like Terra Luna was huge, FTX was huge, the platform. But with time and looking at the information and maybe a little bit of luck, we didn't got it by it. But I think that's a little bit what people are scared in crypto too, because they don't understand even the security in crypto, like, and they're like, I'm gonna get scammed or my money's gonna get out. Yeah, but people, it's like you take your credit card and you put your NIP, your code, and then you throw it in the street, and you're like, there's no security. Of course, there's no security. You just take your card, you put the code behind, and you put it in the street. Of course, if someone finding, literally you have your NIP there, so people, they're doing the equivalent of that but in crypto, and then they're like, oh yeah, there's not a great security in crypto. But it's not. No, crypto, it's pretty safe, but how people do it is unsafe.
Of course. And there's also like a lot of gamblers in the
Yeah.
crypto space. I think more than I've ever seen in any other market. So
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
a lot of sense to me. But I want to
100%. Mhm.
but I do want to go into the current bull market that we're in right now through in crypto, because we've seen 2023, 2024, 2025 crypto market's been booming. So how do you see crypto the crypto market going into 2026? Are you bullish, bearish? Are you buying other different types of assets instead of crypto? What are you doing?
Me, I always say to my community, I'm not bearish, I'm not bullish, I'm opportunist. I don't know how to say it in English.
You said it right.
All right, I'm opportunist. I want to take opportunity, because the thing, it's um, there's something called bias, cognitive. I don't know that's the name in English,
You're
but
saying it good. I took
yeah.
a psychology class, so I know you're saying it good.
Okay,
Cognitive bias, yeah.
exactly, cognitive bias. And in the market, damn, it hits you hard. So a lot of people, they have cognitive bias. They will have like a confirmation bias, or they see information and then they're like, I'm bullish, and they go on YouTube and they look on YouTube and they see like, how can Bitcoin go to 150K? And then you're gonna have like a few freaking video about it. But then the next morning you open your YouTube. Guess what? Hello, YouTube algorithm. Now you have a lot of video about how the market's gonna go up, because it's literally giving you what you want. It's social media, YouTube, Instagram, etc. So then people have confirmation bias. Same thing if I go, hey, why Bitcoin is bad and it can go to zero, and I share that on YouTube, I'm gonna find video, and guess what? Next morning, that's on my feed. That's what I'm gonna be feed by YouTube, because that's what YouTube think I want. So then what happened? I do confirmation bias, thinking more and more is gonna go down or up. but it's not neutral. It's not critical thinking. It's purely emotion and bias. So I don't think like I'm not bullish or bearish. I'm taking trade. I'm taking opportunity if I think the asset is at a good price, because a lot of people, they don't buy because of the price. They buy because of where they think it's gonna go and because their friends are all excited, and everybody's excited on social media, but they don't understand the real intrinsic value of an asset, and because of that, they're just buying whatever. Imagine now you go to the market, and you go to the market like outside your home, the supermarket. You go to the supermarket and you go to buy egg, and you see like 12 egg for $50. Are you gonna buy it?
No.
No, and nobody gonna buy it, because everybody know it doesn't cost $50 for 12 egg, except if it's freaking ostrich. That's how you say it in English. The big bird.
Yeah, ostrich. Yeah.
Ostrich egg. But if it's not ostrich egg, we're not gonna buy it. So maybe it's like what, $3, $5, whatever, and you go, and if you have a big family and you see like special price $1 for the box, you're gonna buy a few bucks because you have big family. You're like, that's a good price, because like the real value of that box of 12 eggs. But people go in the market and they have no clue. They have no clue. So they see an asset and they don't know if right now it's like, or bucks of egg, $50 or $1. They don't know. They don't know the value of what they're buying. That's the first mistake. You need to understand the intrinsic value of what you're buying, so if you're buying at a higher price or a lower price. But the thing in the market, sometimes the price is too high and it's still going up. And sometimes it's too low and it's still going down. So you need to understand those things, So right now with the situation in general in the world too, it's a pretty weird situation right now, with the carry trade in Japan failing because of the interest rate going up, with the quantitative tightening in USA going to quantitative easing, and they're saying, yeah, we're good. No, you're not good. You don't have choice to do it because you need to buy back your bonds. So you're not good. But people think they're good. So there's a lot of thing right now. I think it's way bigger than crypto and Bitcoin. So I think the market in general is in a pretty special situation, if I can say like that.
It's confusing where it's gonna go, basically.
Yeah, it's like at that point it can either go up really artificially, but still a big possibility, or it can freaking correct. So we're like at the 50% moment where the market, it's pretty
confusing.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of things going on. I think it's a great time to have cash and to be ready to buy if we have good opportunity. And if it continue to go up,
wait for a bear market.
Yeah, we wait and we take money on what we have now, few trade, and that's it, Yeah.
I think that's very good advice. Everything like you've said in this interview so far, like this is alpha. This is alpha to your viewers and my viewers. I think this is amazing. And my final question to you is, what's next for you? What are you building? Are you going to continue investing? Are you planning on retiring? Because I'm sure you've made a lot of money in investing and trading so far, and also you have your academy, you mentor students. So what's next for you? What's the future look like for you?
Yeah, I had the chance to teach before for like thousands of people, and then I had a situation with that business and I quit. So actually in 2023 I started teaching. No social media, anything. I just disappeared. I was like with my now fiance, then it was my girlfriend, and I was like, I'm out. Let's go to Colombia and just I'm gonna freaking close my social media, and I was like a little bit tired of um,
Life.
people. I was like tired of the mindset of people and all that. So I disappear, but my friend and business partner GP told me we should continue to do the podcast because we had a podcast. So I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna do the podcast, but you're taking care of it. You're posting, like, we do once a week, and that's it. And then we had so much people reaching out to us for almost 1 year, and I was bored out of my mind, just trading, investing. And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, that's a dream." No, no, no. You don't understand. Actually, you know what? Most of the good trader I know, they have a job, like even if it's part time, because it keep their mind on something else that they like. So they don't do the job for money. They do the job because they like it, and it get them out of this and do other stuff. And I think it's important for your mental health. So I came back because I actually love to speak. I love to teach. I always teach to people even before trading on other subject, even in sport. And so I love to speak. I love to share value. And you know I'm really bored when I don't do it. Like, it's boring. I need action a little bit. So we came back with the academy, and we built the academy. And for now, we're really focusing on people who want to do it. Like, before, I was working a little bit with everybody that want to learn. Now I'm really strict for the past 2 years about that. I don't want to waste my time. I want to build community of, like, elite people, so we can talk about big subject. It's all people now that have good career, good job, or business, so we can really build other stuff too. It's like a big ecosystem. That's really nice. So I'm building that. I'm keep trading, keep investing, keep learning every day, so I can be better for me and the student, and the community. And eventually, I will see. Maybe I, I I was thinking about a hedge fund, but at the same time, I know that dealing with other people money, it's not dealing with their money. It's dealing with their emotion. And I'm not sure about it. So
Yeah.
I will see. But for now, I just really want to continue get. I want to continue to get better and to mastermind with people. That's what's nice with the community. We have students that know nothing, but a lot of time it turn up in a freaking big mastermind talking about gold and silver and wood and business and crypto and this and that. So it's pretty nice.
I think
Yeah.
I think everything you're doing with the podcast and the academy, it's great stuff. I love it. I think you're doing wonders for all markets, crypto market, stock market, commodities, all of it. So I want to thank you for everything you're doing. And all of Samuel Levesque's links, his podcast, his academy, it's all gonna be in the description below. So guys, please go check it out. His Insta will be in the description below as well. So check that out as well. And I want to thank you again, Samuel, for coming on to do this interview. Thank you, man.
Thanks for having me, Luca, and we will definitely do it again. And I hope you're gonna have a good rest of the day.
Thank you,
Thanks.
man. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.